Welcome back, everyone. My name is Patrick. You're watching the Fanatic Rundown. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs between the Edmonton Oilers and LA Kings is in the books, and the Edmonton Oilers have finally won a Game 1. They take down the LA Kings 7-4 tonight. So many players to go over here tonight with contributions, but obviously the biggest one tonight is Zach Hyman, an opening game hat trick for the Oilers. The hats were flying at Rogers Place, but a lot of guys contributing to this huge 7-4 victory to open the series. So happy to see the boys come out here, get ahead of the 8-ball for once. Yes, they've come back and won the other two series, but it's nice to get that first win in the books. 3 more to go here. Got to win 3 out of 6. It's easier than 4 out of 7, right? So a great start here for the boys. Let's get started right away with the scoring summary, because in a 7-4 hockey game, it's a big one. Zach Hyman, with his first on the night, gets the Oilers started. A little shot in front of the net. I think went in 5-hole there on Cam Talbot. Connor McDavid, Evan Bouchard, they both had big nights as well, picking up the assists on that one. And then Adam Henrique with his first of the playoffs, a beautiful shot over the shoulder, I believe it was, of Cam Talbot. 2-0 Oilers at that point. Zach Hyman, Evan Bouchard with the assists. That was all in the first period, but the Oilers were all over the Kings in the first. I think there was a couple posts. Oh, God, there's so much to remember here from the first period. The Oilers had a couple wide open nets they just missed. It could have been easily 4-0, 5-0 Oilers after the first. Cam Talbot, looking at this score tonight, you wouldn't think he played that well, but Cam Talbot actually kept the Kings in this early. The Oilers could have had a very early blowout in this hockey game. Like I said, very easily 4-0, 5-0, possibly even 6-0 after the first period. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, thinking back, had a 2-on-1. He missed a wide-open net, so the Oilers with so many glorious chances, but they did at least bury 2 of them, and they were up 2-0 after 1. And then in the second, Zach Hyman picks up his second of the night from Connor McDavid and Adam Henrique. McDavid, Henrique, and Hyman making up that number 1 line tonight. They were absolutely sensational. Like I said, off the top here, Hyman with a hat trick, Henrique a multi-point night, Connor McDavid 5 points on the night. They were just incredible. Definitely, head coach Chris Knobloch, do not touch that line. That line is clicking big time. And then Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on the power play from Leon Draisaitl, and Connor McDavid makes it 4-0, a beautiful tip pass from Leon Draisaitl. This is where things started to get a little dicey, though. Mikey Anderson scores for the Kings to make it 4-1. Drew Doughty, Victor Arvidsson with the assists. And then shortly thereafter, Trevor Lewis believed he'd scored in front of the net. The shot went in off his glove in between the legs of Stuart Skinner into the net. Supposedly 4-2 at that point. The goal was reviewed, though, and called back. Thankfully for the Oilers, because the Kings had stolen all the momentum. It looked like it was 4-2 at that point, but shortly thereafter, Adrian Kempe would officially make it 4-2. Quentin Byfield picking up the assist there, and it was 4-2 Oilers after 2. The Oilers had that huge momentum up 4-0, and it was starting to wither away there. The Kings were slowly working their way back into the hockey game. Things were looking possibly a little bit dicey going into the third, with the Oilers only up 4-2. But the Oilers opening the third period on the power play, and with their second power play goal of the night, Leon Draisaitl from his office blasts it in top shelf, puts the Oilers up 5-2, and then Zach Hyman gets that hat-trick goal, pretty close to his same kind of goal as his 50th goal. Just tips it in from the side of the net, just gets enough of it with his stick and his skate, puts the Oilers up 6-2. Hats were flying at Rogers Place. I didn't mention on the Draisaitl goal, Connor McDavid, Evan Bouchard with the assists, and on the Zach Hyman goal, Connor McDavid and Evan Bouchard with the assists. A lot of things repeating here tonight. Like I said, Evan Bouchard, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Zach Hyman, Adam Henrique, so many guys having a big night. Evander Kane, Corey Perry, and Ryan McLeod together as a line tonight. They looked excellent, didn't pick up any points on the night, but they were creating chances, causing stuff. They were just looked excellent tonight for the Edmonton Oilers. A great line. Hopefully Chris Knobloch keeps that line together. Anyway, after Zach Hyman's hat-trick goal, it was 6-2 Oilers, and then things got a little bit interesting once again. A puck goes in off of Darnell Nurse's skate, makes it 6-3, and then Cody Cece's stick breaks in front of the net. He tries to glove the puck away, but unfortunately he gloves it right onto the stick of the Kings, and Trevor Moore buries it to make it 6-4. So it was 6-4. Cam Talbot goes to the bench for the extra skater, causing the empty net. And thankfully the Oilers put it to rest. Warren Foegele with the empty net goal puts the Oilers up 7-4 and officially ends this one tonight. The playoffs are here, and my friends over at Deflect Apparel have everything you need to help cheer on the Oilers in their run for the Stanley Cup. They even have your furry fans covered too. Check them out at deflect.net and use the code FANATIC20 at checkout for 20% off your order. Check out more in the description below and stay tuned for upcoming contests. So, yeah, like I said, guys, this one was a total team effort. It got a little dicey here and there. It was, yeah, I mean, it's an Oilers playoff game, right? They don't exactly play perfect. Early in this hockey game, I was thinking, oh man, this is going to be a really easy review tonight. The Oilers were totally dominant, and they were dominant for very large stretches of this hockey game. There wasn't ever really a whole lot of doubt that they were going to take this one, but it does kind of show where the Kings got a couple goals in the third, a couple goals in the second. The Oilers definitely cannot take their foot off the gas, their foot off the Kings' throat. If they get ahead, keep that foot on their throat, keep going for it, try and score as many goals as you can, because this Kings team will not go away. They were down 4-0 in this hockey game. They made somewhat of a game of it, just losing 7-4 with an empty netter. So the Oilers should be very happy with this victory. They played well, largely for the most part tonight, but there were a few gaffes, and the Oilers do have a few things to work on in practice tomorrow ahead of Game 2 on Wednesday. Couple notes I wanted to point out. Zach Hyman did have a breakaway in the third, a chance for his fourth goal of the night. He was stopped, but apparently he was slashed on his left arm, I believe I heard, after the breakaway there. So hopefully Hyman's okay. He was getting checked out on the bench. He continued to play, but definitely something of concern for the Edmonton Oilers there, especially with Hyman scoring 3 goals tonight. He's one of the Oilers' top players. He was their leading goal scorer, and yeah, the Oilers definitely do not want to lose Hyman. Like I said, he finished the game, so it's probably not too much of a concern, and it's the Stanley Cup playoffs. Guys are going to play hurt, but just something to monitor there for Zach Hyman. And Vinny Desharnais taking a knee. I believe that was in the late stages of the second period. Vinny did finish the game as well, but he was definitely going off the ice gingerly after taking that hit. So keep an eye on Vinny Desharnais as well. The Oilers do have Troy Stetcher there to call upon if needed. Philip Broberg was also recalled today. Don't know if he's going to see any action, though. He's probably going to head back to Bakersfield because I believe they open up on Wednesday. But we'll see what happens there. He could also remain with the Oilers. That's kind of a fluid situation there. But the Oilers, if they do have to rest Vinny Desharnais, do have some guys to call upon there. So not entirely the end of the world, but you want to keep somebody like Vinny with his size and growing skill in the Oilers decor here for the Stanley Cup playoffs in this first round here against the Kings. It's going to be a rough series. So Vinny is someone that would definitely come in handy here for the Oilers. Let's quickly go over the game stats here. The Oilers out shooting the Kings 45-37 on the night. The Kings going 43.1% on the faceoff dot to the Oilers 56.9%. The Oilers going 3 for 4 on the power play. The Kings 0 for 2. So the Oilers power play really clicking tonight. Like I said, 3 for 4. Definitely a huge momentum and boost in the game for the Oilers tonight. The Kings with 8 penalty minutes to the Oilers 4. The Kings with 67 hits on the night to the Oilers 45. So the Oilers do get pretty badly out hit there by an extra about 20 there, but the Oilers get the 7-4 win on the scoreboard. So that's the most important thing. But the Oilers definitely do need to pick up the hits here. This is going to be a very rough series with the Kings. The Kings with 17 block shots on the night to the Oilers 23. The Kings with 7 giveaways to the Oilers 5. And the Kings with 7 takeaways to the Oilers 12. So the Oilers largely dominating in every category there tonight for the most part. And obviously on the scoreboard with a big 7-4 win here in Game 1 tonight. A lot of guys taking part, big parts in this victory tonight. So it was great to see, and obviously just great for the Oilers to open this series with a victory and get ahead of the 8 ball here, like I said. And it's huge. Got to take 3 out of 6 now instead of 4 out of 7. So one step closer to that big shiny cup at the end of all this. So I'll wrap it up there for tonight, guys. But let me know your thoughts on Game 1 in the comment section below. If this is your first visit to the channel and you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing for all the latest Oilers content. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan.